All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on the dangers of a lying woman, man. And what you're going to see in this video is like there's a backstory between these two people or whatever, right? Between this man and this woman and her mom, where she claims that he tried to unalive her mom or something like that, right? And then she's clearly a average to maybe less than average sized woman, and she's not strong because she tries to punch this. She actually punches this man with the black hat on and the Adidas trousers. She punches him square in his face, full power, and it does absolutely nothing. Right? Then he doesn't fight back or nothing like that. Doesn't hit her. Just kind of puts his arms away out to like make her move away from him. And then he goes away, and then she follows him. Right now, remember, she's claimed, and you can watch the video for yourself. Here's the time, like maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes back, is the beginning of their interaction, or part of the interaction that I saw anyway. And then, like maybe it's like, let me check the other times now. It's 25 minutes later. She's calling her 25 minutes into the video later. She's calling her boyfriend on the phone saying that he assaulted her, but she literally follows him to wherever he walks away. She walks towards a chip shop, which is like a fast food place for if you're from another place in the world. It's like a fast food place where they serve food at night or whatever, and then during the daytime. But she follows him to there, and then looks into or follows who she thinks is him into there anyway, and looks into the shop, and then looks at the people's faces because they're wearing similar clothes, and she's like, oh, it's not him, and then comes out there and follows him into another shop and says, oh, you think you can unalive my mom and all that, and just walks up to him and starts punching him in his face like another 2 or 3 times. And then he pushes her away again, and then he didn't hit her, but she gets on the phone and tells her boyfriend that he hit her or whatever, and is trying to get him to come down to try and get a fight and have and do what she couldn't do. But he basically must have said on the phone, "Now I'm not coming to do it." Now you're gonna see how she goes from trying to cry on the phone. And this is the thing with women, when they're so like, they really are demons, man. Like, I'm not even joking, man. I really think the women are demonic, bro. You're gonna see how she goes from crying on the phone to cursing out the person that she called on the phone out. Right now, watch this.
Don't fucking try hurting me. Okay, calm down. She ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Though why is she fucking still here? Though why are you still here?
Before I press play, I want to say this: like, if somebody really did try and unalive your mom and your woman that has just literally tried to punch someone straight in their face, and you seen it didn't do anything, like, you are not gonna be able to be the one that's the avenger. Now, this is one of them videos where you got these auditor guys that they go around and they record things and all of this, and something's telling me that she felt emboldened to try and even go up to this guy and do all of this because this other guy was there recording, because he actually ends up stepping in and stopping it, which really, to a certain degree, he shouldn't have even got involved because he can clearly see what kind of woman it is. And the Bible speaks about stuff like this, like one that grabbeth a dog by the ears, right? He that meddleth in a matter that's not theirs is like somebody that grabs a dog by the ears, man. And that's a way to get your ass yam up, man. Right? That's a way to get yourself hurt, man. Just sticking your nose into situations that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a real fast way to get yourself hurt. And there's another video I want to do a lesson on as well, with on this Jake that was working in this family business, and all the people just being racist to him every day to the point that he snapped, man. I want to do a video on that as well, because in this world, a lot of people don't consider what they say out of their mouth a lot of the time, man. Now, I'm gonna press play in a minute, but I'm just setting a table or whatever to try and show how women lie, man, and how if you're a man in this world, you have to be careful about trying to defend a woman's honor, because a lot of them don't have any. Like a lot of times in this world, women. This is part of the reason why women like all that 6 foot man stuff as well. You know, this is one of the reasons why women want that big 6 foot and all that stuff that they be talking, because they want a man that's way bigger than the average man that they see, so that they can run around and be a fool. And that's why they don't mind if a man's Pookie and Ray Ray and he's 5'5" and all this stuff, and he might be crazy as hell, because they want that man as a defense mechanism for their foolishness a lot of the time, man. They want a man that's wild as hell, crazy, like a human pit bull, to try and be able to correct all the dysfunction that they put out there, man. And I've been around people that like them in school times and all these kind of things and all that kind of stuff, where there might be a woman or a small skinny Jake, but they've got some family member that's crazy as hell. That's the rumors anyway. That's the rumors that you hear about. Oh, his family. Oh, his family's in that crew. Oh, his family's in that squad, man. They in that gang. And that person's almost always a fucking asshole, man. Almost always a piece of shit. From my experience, man. But what they don't understand is when Yahweh's setting a table up for the end of this society, to where no one's gonna give a damn about no street rep or what you've got with your family. Everyone's gonna be on the mad thing in that time, man. Everyone's gonna be on one in the time to come. No one ain't gonna care if your brother went this place or your uncle went that place, or your best friend's this part of that and that. Everyone's gonna be on the same thing, man. Everyone's gonna be on that kind of time. Now back to this, man. Salakia.
Fuck off home. Go away. Go home.
I think that's enough now, isn't it?
Enough. You're trying to kill my mum.
Well, okay.
Enough.
I don't know the story, do I?
There's nothing enough.
Ring whoever you wanna ring. Ring whoever you wanna ring. Fuck off.
Hi.
Don't lie for
Watch this now. You don't understand who's coming. My boyfriend. Have you heard of Stuart Hall?
Fuck off.
Now, before I press play, just look at how she's talking. Look at how she's going on now. Running her mouth. You don't know who's coming. You don't know who's coming. And all this, right? Just watch the change up on how she starts crying when she picks up the phone, man. And this is what a lot of Edomite women have did to Jake for centuries, man. This is what a lot of Edomite women have did in the earth in general, which is what made the term Karen. Like, people are trying to modernize that term now. That was made and invented for women like this. Edomite women that go around being an asshole, and in the moment that some judgment comes their way, they start crying and trying to get the police involved or get somebody else involved to escape things, man. The Karen thing was made for Edomite women in particular.
I'm not trying to be clever, but have you heard of him?
Yes.
Shual.
No.
Have you heard? Watch this. Don't say a fucking
You've already banged him, though.
Don't say a thing.
You've already
Don't
banged
say a
him.
fucking thing now. Do you know? Babe.
You see a demon ass trying to hyperventilate to try and get the crying going. You know, wicked, man. And then she's telling him, don't say a thing now, don't say a thing now. Yeah, because you don't want the man that you're calling to know that you just gallivant in the streets randomly with some next man, trying to use some next man that you don't know, never met before in your life, as some security guard to protect you. But then you're wanting this guy to come through and defend your no honor. You know what I mean? Trying to cry all up on the phone, man. Women really are demons, man. And like, the Israelite woman gets given a bad rep a lot of the time, which she deserves the bad rep that she gets given as well. Eve deserves the bad rep.
Shual.
But best believe, all women do this shit. They're all on this same wicked, evil spirit that they've got in them, man. Because judgment rarely ever goes out. And Apostle Dahar explained it perfectly, that one of the main reasons why the women are like this is because they ain't seen the judgment. So the scriptures go out, man. They ain't seen it. They haven't seen like the Leviticus 20 and 13 judgment go out, man. Excuse me, not the Leviticus 20 and 13, but that too. They haven't seen the Leviticus 20 and 10. They haven't seen the judgment for adultery go out in this world, really. Men understand to a certain degree how it can go, because a boy might, before they even finish primary school, might have been punched in their face for trying to start things off with another young boy. But the girls, they escape that stuff, some of them, until they end up in their 30s, man. Some of them don't finally get a correction until they get drunk one night and play around with the wrong person on a night out on the cobbles. And some of them end up not getting shown the reality of the world until they might be in their 50s. So they're too used to them getting in a man's face. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna, I'm gonna get my, and it works for decades. Then the time comes, like one of the elders says, he says, oh, it all works until it don't. Now he applies it to judge how these people are on his judging on his left-hand energy and stuff like that. But you can apply it to everything. It's all works, yeah. Until it don't work, man. It works until it don't. Running your mouth, talking tough works, yeah. Until it don't work. And this video is about the perils of a lying woman, and I'm gonna play it anyway, man. 1 sec, Salakia, man. Salakia for the suspense or the procrastination, man.
Weird. Watch this. Don't say a fucking
You've already banged him now.
Don't say a thing.
You've already
Don't
banged
say a
him.
fucking thing now. Do you know? Babe. You need to come in now. Right.
See how wicked she is? See how wicked she is? See how quick that was like 10 seconds that she went to try and fake a crying voice like she's so sad. But she just followed the guy and punched him in the face.
Don't say a thing.
You've already
Don't
banged
say a
him.
fucking thing now. Do you know? Babe. You need to come in now. To the shop right now. To bury now. Amy was trying to kill my mum. He's trying to, you need to come in now. Right, well, f*** you then.
You see what I mean? She went from fake crying to telling the man, fuck you then, that she's called up on the phone. So she wanted him to come to the shop, some random shop on the side of the road, crash out for her. But she ain't said that she followed the guy to the shop. She ain't said she already punched him outside of the nightclub, which she did. And you can watch the video yourself, man. Watch the video from like maybe 17 minutes up to this point, 25-minute mark, and you'll see that she punched him in his face, right, outside the nightclub. She said that he tried to go and talk to her inside the nightclub. Now, I don't know if this is true. Maybe it was earlier on in the video, but I just tried to skip to this part of the video after I saw like the first 10 seconds, 20 seconds preview. I wanted to see what happened with this, right? And she followed him to this street. Her friend that was with her was saying, all right, forget it now. Tried to stop her from keep getting in his face. The friend's not with her no more in this video from what I can see. Now, if she ends up meeting with her later, that's going to be seen. But she leaves from her friend. So she ignores all the advice that she's getting given. And even her friend was an asshole too. I'm just trying to use the same, I'm going to call men up to beat you up stuff. And women that do that kind of stuff, if you're a woman that does that kind of stuff, yeah, let me give you a little warning. If the people that you're trying to call are not right there and you're trying to threaten them, what if the man decides, you know what then? I'm not going to let you call the person that you're going to try and call to come and beat me up. I'm going to grab that phone at your hand. I'm going to use violence on you before you even get to you call them up. What about that? What about that, man? Because a lot of people don't understand the reality of this world, man. Okay, the police are there to stop this and to stop that. Right? There's laws in place and all of these things. Well, the Israelites, we had laws, man. And we kept breaking them. We kept breaking them all the time. We wasn't supposed to commit adultery. We wasn't supposed to steal. We're still not supposed to. Yet people still do those things. You're not supposed to unalive people. Yet people still do those things. Women are not supposed to bear false witness. But this woman's right here bearing false witness, man. Trying to call up a man to try and come to the shop. He says he must have said on the phone he ain't going. And then she starts cussing him out. Calling him like a coward, basically. But using different wording. Let me press play. 1 second, Salakia.
You've already
Don't
banged
say a
him.
fucking thing now. Do you know? Babe. You need to come in now. To the shop right now. To bury now. Amy was trying to kill my mum. He's trying to, you need to come in now. Right, well, f*** you then.
Oh, man, women are so dumb, man. I swear they're dumb, you know. And this is what, you know what's the maddest thing about women is that the world that they want and the things that they want to be able to do a lot of the time, they can't enforce it themselves. And yet they're still not humble. They're still not humble, man. I remember one Wicked Eve back in school time, man. She's a real demon, man. Me and a couple of other people and that were just playing football after school. And this dumb bitch just comes over, seeing all our coats on the floor on the AstroTurf, and just says, you better all come and move your coats now, or I'm gonna spill things on your coats. And we were just like, oh, ignoring or whatever. And then she actually took the her cherry drink, opened up the lid, and just poured it on all of our coats, man. And I'm telling you, man, I wanted to put that motherfucker's head through the fences of that gate, man. But why didn't I? Because I was young at the time, and I knew that she had some family members that were them crash outs. But that's the only reason why she did that. You see what I mean? That's the only reason why she did that. But when all hell breaks loose, if that woman hasn't already been judged, as she's an adult now, if she hasn't already been judged for doing that kind of stuff, right? She's gonna get judged in the future. Because most of the people that she had that were little crash outs are probably not even alive anymore or in prisons. And she felt bold and confident to do that and did not believe that nothing was going to happen to her. And to tell you the truth, nothing happened to her on that day. I didn't do anything, and nobody else did anything. And every single Jakes came across one of these wicked ass Eves that do stuff like this, man. And that's why right now, today as an adult, I don't like y'all demons, man. Because a lot of y'all are exactly the same, and that's why y'all love these Pookie and Ray Ray type guys, because you know that they're the only men dumb enough among our nation to just crash out and believe every single lie that you tell and be prepared to go jail for it. They're the only ones that, what? He did what? If that would have been a 2-3 Jake that got that call and it was been an Eve on the phone, right? He would have said, he did what now to my girl, you know? I'm coming down right there, babes. I'm coming down right now, babes. And let me tell you another story, right? I remember way back when I was a university student, I didn't see this take place. I just heard the story that there was an Eve from Birmingham, right? And I went to university in London, right? So there was an Eve from Birmingham that was also a student in London as well. And our halls was in London, right? Obviously, because we live in London, right? And she must have tried to beat up some male student. She tried to hit him or something like that. And he grabbed her and restrained her. It was like, what? You think you can beat me up like that? You think you can beat me up, you know? Nah, man, I'm going to get my brother and my dad to come down and brock you up. She called her brother and her dad to come and fight these university students. That it must have been like 11 at night, 10:30, 11 at night. This is the story I heard. 10:30, 11 at night, man. You know that the brother and the dad came down. Listen, man, that's a 2.5 hour drive. That's a 2.5 hour drive, and they came all the way from Birmingham, all the way to London to try and fight with some university students that came all the way down. Now, she never told the dad or the brother that she was hitting the men at the university halls on that day and that they restrained her. No, she made up a lie and was prepared to make them crash out over her being a fool, man. And the thing is, though, they never did what the man in this video did. They came all the way down there. And then after the situation was over, they would have had to drive that whole 2.5 hours back. You know how angry you know how crazy you gotta be to stay angry for 2.5 hours drive. Do you know what I mean? You know, like you're picturing in your mind that the female in your family, she probably got a black eye. They got her in a headlock. They're giving her a nuggie. You know what I mean? They're hitting her with a DDT, tombstone power driver. You're picturing her screaming at, and really ain't nothing happening to her. She's actually the one going on like a wild animal, but you're kind of believing it because you love that family member or whatever, but she's really the crash out, man. And you know how angry you gotta be to stay, you know how crazy you gotta be and wild to stay angry that whole 2.5 hour drive. These times you're having to brake at the stoplights, right? You're having to indicate on roundabouts. You're having to indicate to switch lanes on the motorway. You're having to focus driving on the motorway, but she didn't consider that, man. If I say this to my brother and my dad, that maybe they might be driving on the motorway angry, and that's high speeds, 50 miles per hour minimum on the motorways. So they might crash their car and die. They might crash their car and unalive. No, she didn't care about their own safety. She was offended that that man defended himself against her. So she called them up to crash out. And they came though. 2.5 hour drive, man. And then it would have been a 2.5 hour drive back. And then after that situation was over, and like some of the students was thinking about it the next day, they was all saying like, "Oh man, we shouldn't have allowed them guys to come there." And I didn't see none of this take place, but they was all saying, "Man, we shouldn't have allowed them to come there and to try and do that to us like that and try and beat us up like that. We should have all rushed them." Now let's say that they did that. Let's say that the dad and the brother, right, came all the way down there, and then like 30 youth, because that student hall that I was in had easily like hundreds of students in there, man. It's like a big, huge building, and people used to all congregate in the common area or whatever. And there was quite a lot of people in there, man, with boys, men and women or whatever. And if even just 20 of those students would have all agreed, nah, he ain't coming there and doing that, and it would have been 10 against 2, 10 against 1, 20 against 2 is 10 against 1. Now, even the most skilled fighters these days ain't overcoming those odds. If even any of those 10 are mildly trained, man. So imagine if she would have called her brother to come down there, and her dad, and they would have just got punched up, man. But you women don't think. There was even a kind of recent case, like maybe in the last 5 years, Travis Rudolph, I think it was, the former NFL player, I think he was. And the woman went through his phone, found out that he was with the next woman, and she tried to call her brother. She called her brothers down to try and unalive him. But he had some weapons himself, and he ended up unaliving one of her brothers, and she didn't care. Like that one was a real scumbag, man, and that was a big case. And he ended up getting off. But her plan was to get him unalive, but then her brothers ended up getting unalive, one of her brothers. And that's how women do, man. This woman would not have cared if she called this man down and then got him hurt or got that man hurt. She wouldn't have cared. And that's how a lot of women do things in this world, man. And that's why there's lessons about beware of the lies of women, man. And that's why King Solomon said that a woman's heart is snares and nets, because when King Solomon had his wives, right, and his concubines, that some of his wives and concubines would have probably been trying to go off and breaking the laws and going off and doing certain things, and then thinking, do you know who my husband is? You know my husband's King Solomon? You can't tell me anything. You can't tell me what to do. My husband's King Solomon. Imagine the bragging rights these women would have had. Women do bragging. This woman was doing bragging rights over whoever her man is, and none of us have heard of him. She was mentioning his name or whatever. We ain't heard of him. So imagine the bragging rights that women would have been doing over King Solomon. Just imagine. Just imagine the things that they would have been trying to get away with, man. And that's why King Solomon said that a woman's heart snares and nets. And this is also why the scriptures say in Isaiah 32:9, rise up, you women are at ease. Because there's going to come a time when women are not able to just call up, like what, doesn't it say in 2 Ezra 16? The women shall mourn having no helpers. This woman was trying to call up one of her helpers that emboldens her to go on that wild like this, man. But this guy was smart enough to know, listen, man, I ain't coming down to whoever you're talking about right now. I ain't coming down there. I can't come down there to do whatever you want me to do right now. And for all she knows, she probably a side chick, man. Like, she probably a side chick, to be honest with you. But anyway, that could be bearing false witness. Who knows, innit? But the guy didn't come down there anyway. But let me carry on pressing play.
Fucking ridiculous. Wow. Tell you what a fucking disgrace you are. He's trying to bang me out at the shop and you're saying you can't come here. Are you mad? Tell you what it is now. You are as fucking useless as a wet wipe, mate. You better.
Them waste man ass England terms, man. You are a wet wipe, mate. You are a muppet, mate. Sausage. Like them whack ass disses, man. You sausage, mate. Muppet, mate. You wet wipe, mate. You're a lemon. Dossa. Giving it. Don't be all giving it the big one. Don't be all giving it lemon. Don't be all giving it liberal and whack ass shit, man. Anyway, man, let me carry on, man. 1 second.
Don't say a fucking
You've already banged him now.
Don't say a thing.
You've already
Don't
banged
say a
him.
fucking thing now. Do not. Babe,
So there's the fake crying.
babe, you need to come in now. To the shop right now. To bury it to bury now. And he's trying to kill my mum. He's trying to, you need to come in now. Right, well, fuck you then.
The fake crying to the real demon within. Well, babe, you need to come here now. You need to come here now. He banged me in my face. Well, fuck you then, you bastard. Do you know what I mean? Full of shit, man. And most men in their lifetime have came across a woman like this. They've came across one, man. Some loudmouth slapper that can be any man's for the price of what a WKD is, man. Getting drunk, acting like a complete demon. And in the moment reality strikes, now the world's got to stop for them. Doesn't the scripture speak about a drunken woman, a gather abroad, man? A drunken woman, a gather abroad, man. Don't the scriptures speak about that? Don't the holy scriptures speak of such things? A drunken woman, a gather abroad. Don't the scriptures say, don't give a woman too much liberty, lest she brings shame upon you, man? If that's a man, mate, if this video's got 166k views, imagine that this was any man watching this video. Imagine this was your woman, you seen acting like this. And imagine if this was your woman and you actually did come to the shop and beat some guy up and brutalize him. And then you find out that she actually followed him to the shop and all he did was push her away. Because he didn't want her to punch him in his face. She literally went up to him in the shop, punched him like 2-3 times in his face. Man, I almost want to show it, but I don't know if it's going to try and like not allow me to or whatever. Because sometimes on YouTube it will allow certain people to show violence on their channel. But if you do a reaction to it or whatever, then it ain't going to allow you to do it, which doesn't make no sense. But you can go and find a video yourself. Here's all the information that you need to see. Right?
Go on with fucking ridiculous. Wow. Tell you what a fucking disgrace you are. He's trying to bang me out at the shop and you're saying you can't come here. Are you mad? Tell you what it is now. You are as fucking useless as a wet wipe, mate. You better drop my son off tomorrow.
Hey, man, nuts, man. You better. He's useless, right? But he's got her son right now, apparently. You better drop my son off tomorrow. So you want him to come and crash out? I didn't even hear that bit. You want him to come and crash out, but he's with your son though. Now I don't know if it's his son as well, because sometimes women try and drop that hit my son thing, right? When they get angry, as if it ain't the man's son too. Like he's useless as a wet wipe, but he's with he's with your son though. You know what I mean, man? She's wanting him to come down there and crash out, but he's with his son. So he's supposed to stop being with his son late in the night so that she can crash out. And what's that in the sky, man? Doesn't that look like a chariot up there? See that? The chariots be watching you Edomites, man. Like, what the hell are y'all under? You see that there? What's that? And that one there too. You see that? That's for the believers in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai anyway. Not for new bug outs, man. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about if you see that. Y'all just want to know about the fight situation. But anyway, back to this.
You look like a fucking...
Man, anyway. Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.